Hey everyone, Kevin the Toy Smuggler here, and I'm just going to take a little time to chill out and just hang out here a little bit and talk about some cool finds that I looked up and came across at my local Walmart. And we all know how finding things at Target and Walmart lately has just been extremely aggravating. It's just, I think what we're really hitting right now is really the aftermath of everything that went on last year and then all the trickle effects of hiccups down the road. Now, really don't see things. It's probably going to take to pushing probably around October, between October and Christmas. Hopefully, everything's going to be back on track for seeing things back on the shelf. I know G.I. Joe hit really hard there right off the bat, and boom. Now all I'm seeing is the little die cast stuff, and at my Walmart, where I'm actually seeing a steady flow of the vehicles. I keep seeing. I got two WalMarts here in town, and between the two, you can usually find that I think it's the All Striker and the gosh, what is that? But the his tank. So, but yeah, so I know I've had a chance. I got an All Striker, but I did not get a his tank because I got three originals. So not concerned with getting that. But if you do want a brand new one, that's a bit of, if you want that minty fresh one, that's a good one to get right off the bat. So, but like I said, finding toys out in a while. eBay, unfortunately, and Facebook has really been our go-tos for the past year now. And eBay's issues, Facebook sometimes have issues. And the biggest issue I have with eBay is there's like a wall in between us, the customer, and then, the guys who are the sellers. So it's really hard to communicate with that guy if you're looking for new picks and stuff like that. They're just, I don't know, they tend to, they want your money like that, but they helping you out. There's not much customer service there. And then on the flip side, where on Facebook you can get in touch with somebody pretty quick, but then every once in a while you run into the deal to where everybody likes to dump a whole bunch of figures for sale at one time. And I don't know about you guys, I'm not into buying big huge lots anymore. If you're brand new into this, that's great for you, but we're most of us collectors, we're down to the a few here and a few there. We're not interested in buying 20 different figures. So what's your problem you run into? You're like, okay, is this available? How much ship just for these figures? And the biggest issue I've seen lately is a lot of these people on Facebook, they're just not quick on the ball on contacting you back, and then really they're just like, it seems like they really don't know what's going on what things are worth and stuff like that. So not everybody. Most of the guys who are selling Star Wars or He-Man stuff, most of them are pretty knowledgeable, but you got a good 10 or 15% of them are just somehow acquired these things or heard about it, and they're trying to jump in it just to make a quick buck, and they're the most aggravating thing people to deal with. But like I said, this past Friday, I was able to get off work a little early, so I ran to my local Walmart. I had to get a couple of things anyway, so of course I made my rounds. Didn't find anything that I was looking for in the Mego section. Unfortunately, all they had was some Rockies and some Stan Lees. Got those months ago, so I'm still waiting on to find some of the new the Planet of the Apes stuff. But then I went back there to the regular toy section and found two good little gems. And like I said, and I grabbed them really quick. One of the first ones I got here is the child figure. Really nice. Like I said, the figure looks good. I'm glad that they finally come with the pod and everything. This is, I think, was their intention to come out with something like this at first. But coming out with this pod, I think was what slowed them down, and then instead of slowing down the production, they went on with this right here. And I just want to say, and they still aren't doing better cards. Just so happened, I have a Fan Strikes Back figure right here. And I should have grabbed this right off the bat, but just want to do a quick. I don't know if the camera can pick this up. Yeah, I think the camera might be able to pick this up, guys. And this is their the Luke Skywalker. I got the Han Solo. That don't matter. one thing I have to say, whether it's the Fan Strikes Back or Stan Solo, they make, bottom line, the figures are always quality, and the card backs are always quality. And I'm see if I can get here to show you this. As you can see here, see how this one just tends to want to roll down. Dennis Ball, how you doing, brother? Hey, man, enjoyed the video. Had a blast meeting you and doing the interview. Was it last weekend or weekend before last? Just had a blast, brother. Thank you so much for allowing me to be on your show. And you can see here, I'm trying to get the thickness here. It's about a good half of a difference. These got a little bit of they really flex, where these don't want to flex at all. You feel a lot of resistance to that swayage going on, and like I said, this better quality all the way around. And I don't understand why they're cheaping out. And here's the thing, and it's not it don't matter if it's the retro figures, and these are the more of the higher. I think these go for like 13 something. So it don't matter which ones they're on. They're steel thin cards. They're just something about the 3 3/4. They just went to a cheaper standard of card back for whatever reason. Hey, stay back. Awesome. Everybody's popping in here. Zarnista Studios. Man, it's glad to be back. And like I said, I'm gonna try to get these videos out to you guys regular, because I got some updates on some sculpting that I've done this week on top of this Star Wars stuff. But like I said, good little figure. I'm glad to see the little pod finally come out. And I was actually extremely shocked to find this at my local Walmart. Really was not surprising to do that. And then I come across the Return of the Jedi Boba Fett. Another really good find. And here's the reason I'm glad to find. I've been a Boba Fett fan for years. I would have picked this up anyway. But here's the thing. If I hadn't lucked up and found this at my local Walmart, this baby right here would be in a minimum of $25 to $30 on Facebook, and probably pushing $40 on eBay, and probably going to be pushing $40. You probably can go ahead and look on Facebook and put a search on it, and he's probably already hitting $35. And sorry, guys, these ain't 6-inch black scale figures. There's just no reason to be, putting them out that high. Yeah, the Slave Leia, I'm just on the finishing touches, buffing her out, making sure all the edging is smooth and stuff like that. And I'm going to be sending her in for final inspection and stuff. But I got a few other things I'm actually sending with her. I'm going to show you guys. This is the first sneak peek. If you all caught me last week or my last video, me and the Fan Strike Back made a huge announcement. I'm actually coming out with my whole own line of stuff. And we're going to be doing a Starman, which is my own Flash Gordon type story that I'm going to be coming out with 3 3/4-inch figures, to where when you buy the figure, I think we're coming out with, 7 figures right off the bat. And when you flip the back, instead of having this standard card back, you're going to see a comic book page, which is a very condensed high point of a storytelling. So if you get all 7 figures, and they're going to be like a little number up here in the corner, like number 1, number 2. And if you read all these card backs in order, you will get a really great insight to the story in the world that me and Tim Smith are creating together, called Starman. So if you want to know more about Starman, you actually just go back to some of my videos. I talked about Starman quite a bit and everything. It's just, having a blast. And the other thing I am working on is creating some Motu figures, and then I'm going to be moving on to Black Star and Thundar the Barbarian, and I am totally excited about hitting those two. But I want to give you guys a quick sneak peek at the first He-Man style figure. We're coming out with Wondar and Conan, or the first flesh tones. Yes, Conan the Barbarian. And I got the chance to work on Conan today, so I'm going to try to give you guys a really cool sneak peek here. Here is a wax sculpture of the Conan. He has got the long hair. Got the classic horn look like he had in the original movie. And I tell you what, putting his horn hat on him really just changes his silhouette and profile like crazy. I am just Very stoked with how this is coming on. You can see all the cool detail. I got it ended up taking off, so I'm going to got to make sure I'm going to tighten up some more details on it. And what I did, I built up some clay underneath this, so I'll make sure that when the clay's gone, that this long hair is not going to interfere with the shoulder armor and stuff like that. So I hope you guys really like that. Give you one more quick look here at the Conan the Barbarian. Yeah, having a lot of fun with this. Good Conan, and something I started. I only had a chance to work on it for uh not long at all today, but I just want to give you a sneak peek. I told you guys how we're coming out with Faker and Keldor, and they're going to have interchangeable heads, and I think that was a really cool aspect of this, and to kind of show you what I'm working on. This is still rough. I just kind of got cranking on it here, guys. Here is the first start of the Faker. Dun, 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 dun. Yep, that's right, guys. You got the skeleton in there, as you can see it. So that's going to be loads of fun. So he'll have his normal head, and then he's going to have the ripped off face showing the skeleton skull in there, and then also we'll have the Keldor as well. He is going to have the regular look. Plus, he's going to have the melted portion of his face melted off where the acid hit his face and stuff like that. So those are going to be loads of fun and everything, guys. But going back to the Star Wars and looking for these finds locally, like I said, I know it's been tough. And like I said, I just think we're still hitting these stages at where, everything that went on last year. I think it caused not like everybody was thinking, oh, well, it slowed down for 3 months. So whenever they picks up, we'll just have a bad 3 months and then we'll get over it. But I honestly think it caused because here's the thing, even though things slowed down for about 3 months in China, what happened was here in America, we done this flux of a lot of artists working at home, which is not bad if you're only doing digital work and stuff. But I don't know how many of the digital artists, because I know the way I sculpt and the way these guys are designed, these are all done by ZBrush. So two different types of sculptors there. So in my book, as far as designing these, I know these guys, if they're going to working on ZBrush, they got ZBrush and stuff at home. So I don't understand unless Disney personnel or it'd be Hasbro personnel would not allow them to take certain files off the property and afraid they'll get leaked out and stuff like that. That's the only thing I can think of. But considering the situation, you would think that a lot of these companies would, all right, we got our go-to guys. They know, you should have that rapport that you're able to take your job and take it home and not leak out information. I just don't see where that, I mean, here's the thing. If you're the guy assigned to work on this little guy, and then the files get out and you're sharing it with people who shouldn't share it, okay, your butt's fired. I mean, it's that simple. And not only are you fired, you're fired with a black mark on top of you. So I don't see, you can easily make an example out of one person and you shouldn't ever have the problem again, if you know what I'm saying. And so as far as a design standpoint, they shouldn't have slowed down on designing. So I just don't see where the hiccup is coming from on that. As far as I get it, there's a little bit of hiccup getting to the stores, but there shouldn't be such a lag behind on design, which is causing even more hiccups on things getting to the store. So, we got Riley here, my nephew, my grandson. I say, oh, you made your own YouTube channel called Star Riley Beyblader. All right, very cool, son. I love it, love it. Glad you can come aboard here. I usually have a couple of grandkids that hop on here, and now we got another one. He's starting up his own YouTube channel. I definitely got to check that out, brother. I hope you're putting a lot of cool artwork. This kid, he's been been drawing ever since he can hold a pencil just like me. So I'm hoping to one day, I really think he's going to be coming out doing a lot of great stuff in the future. Hey, you may work for me one day, brother. You never know. Seen it. Yeah. Like I said, honestly, guys, I just lucked up, and like I said, I did hear about this. There's this one guy in my area. I guess he worked second shift because he goes and hits every store and just buys everything up. So I'm shocked that I got my hands on it. And the way I found out about that is the young boy at the stock boy at one of my Walmarts. Uh, Come and find out it's his buddy. So this guy's got an inside track when all the new stuff's fixing to hit the shelf. And if I had to guess, just knowing how these guys work, hey man, I got the stuff right here. I'm gonna be putting them out on the shelf exactly 1:30. So be in a toy aisle before 1:30. And just so happened, his buddy's probably already sitting there waiting for him just to sit there, open the box, and as soon as it hits the shelf, he's there to grab it, which is just totally rude as hell. And I just wish there was some way that I can, if I catch them doing it, they're going to be hell to pay. I promise you that. Because I mean, that's just, it needs, because I'm not a scalper. If I tell everybody, hey, if you're looking for certain figures, hey, I tell you what's at my Walmart. I mean, because I know a lot of people was looking for the Mego, the Headless Horseman. Boom, up and found 5 at my Walmart. So I went on here and told everybody where they could get it. Hey, if you need me to pick it up, I'll only charge $5 extra and whatever the shipping is to get it to you. So, and I think I helped 2 people out in the Mego community getting one. And I think so all together they pay is under $25. And everybody else was at the time was selling them for about $40. So I saved them a lot of money and I was glad to do it. So I'm not here to make money off other people. Yeah, that's how they do it, brother. Unfortunately, that's the game they play and everything. So, like I say, guys, that's the unfortunate deal. And with eBay going on, and eBay, I swear I hate using eBay, but lately I've had to get on eBay because unfortunately, there's several things that are hard to find, and it's hard to find in the wild. I looked up. 2 weeks ago, we was down there at Toyland, and man, I had this whole table completely full with stuff in the floor. I mean, I checked so much stuff off my list, it wasn't funny. So, and got great deals on top of it. I think 2 of the last 17 Star Wars figures, one of them that was going for $80, I got for 20, and one other, the one of the Ewoks, I think it was Tebow or whatever, but he was going for nearly $80. I got him for 40. So I mean, I was just getting for steals. Finally picked up a G.I. Joe Zarana. I didn't like the earring version. I just wanted the regular version, and she was going for like $30. Picked her up for $12. So I mean, guys, it was just really hitting home on a lot of I've been trying to put a Hydrafull back together. I was missing 3 parts. Engine cover, a hatch, and a spotlight. I think the hatch goes for $10 to $15 on eBay. The spotlight and the other part goes between $20 and $30. I got each of those for $1 a piece. So I just and that was within the first 10 minutes I was there. So man, after that, and I got 2 Zartan, the sled, when he breaks down his sled and it goes into the actual box. Those go for like $30. I got 2 of them for $1 a piece. So I mean, so boom, 10 minutes and I hit that. Man, I was on a high for the rest of the day. That just really, and man, it went like that all day long. Just good deals. People were there to sell and people were there to buy. And I mean, and people had some really great price. The only thing that I seen out there that prices was just, I had the money, but I just could not spend it, was a vintage Motu, the Horde Trooper. Found 3 of them. 2 of them was for $100 a piece. 1 of them was for $110, and I just cannot spend $100 on a He-Man figure. I don't care what He-Man figure. I don't care if it's He-Man himself. I will not spend $100, even if it's carded. I won't do it. I mean, the only way I would spend $100, if it would have to be a vintage He-Man on card, mint condition, and I would turn around and resell it for 2 or 3 times the profit. That'd be the only way I would do it. But I would not keep it for myself. I have no need. If I wanted a carded He-Man, I could make my own, and it'd look just like a vintage one. So there's just no way I'd waste my time doing that. See, am I making the Luke and Mara Jade with no, I am not making those. No, that was a contract that was already going on during the time when I was actually coming back into the fold. I actually took some time off from dealing with the toy business for a while. I still was doing videos, but I was actually looking at getting out of the business. Instead of getting out of the business, I just kind of took some time off and chill out. I had some other things. I don't know if I told you, my mom was going through cancer at the time, and she's on the good end of the deal. She's coming through it and everything. But there, when all that all fell, and COVID hit all about the same time, and then like I said, things just got a little rocky. So I took some time off from making toy. Only thing I was done during that time was do some painting, but painting relaxes me. Actually, sculpting stuff tends to drive me crazy sometimes. But like today, I done sculpting today, and I just had a great time with it. And usually, if I'm sculpting and I'm in a good mood, the sculpts just go quick and fast. And so I'm very pleased at that. Come on, get back here and focus. Do the Jedi mind trick on it. So anyway, so no, I'm not doing those. Like I said, I will be working on. I can't say I got a couple quiet projects that we're working out the contract on, but I do have two more come on, focus in. Come on. There we go. Two more Star Wars figures that I will be working on. I just we ain't got the contract signed for it, and we're not ready to announce it or anything but that. But I do got two more in the works. But in between that time, I am actually working on I got actually to be 5 He-Man figures coming out once. It'll be the and we're instead of Woundar, like the classics called it, I'm actually calling it Wondar. Wondar is how we're doing it. And then the Conan, and then we're coming out with a Keldor and a Fakor and a Queen Marlena. So that was the ones. That's going to be my technical Wave 1 Motu. And then we're also two guys. I don't see. Yeah, I got them. Have them right here. We are coming out with that Wave 1. Some cool accessories. I don't think I got to mention this in my last video, so I'll show you guys now. For all you Motu guys, we're going to come out with He-Bands. We're going to come out for our own He-Bands. We also, everybody here, if you own a Snake Mountain, we all have chains that are broken. So I got some prototypes here, some chains, and we're going to be making them out of a very, very dark charcoal gray. So there's going to be an obvious color difference, but they're going to be made out of PVC rubber instead of the ABS plastic like they originally was made of. That way they'll be able to bend and flex with your characters, and you won't have to worry about them snapping. And like I said, they'll look like the originals, but they'll have all that mobility to where you not have to worry about them breaking again. And they'll be sold in sets of 2. And I believe on the He-Bands, they're going to be sold in probably sets of 10, 25, and sets of 50 and stuff like that. Try to make them affordable for you guys. And they'll be able to work on the figures that I'm making and the old vintage figures as well. And I think we may be even making the female versions. I'm not sure on that one yet. We're looking at seeing if that is going to be doing the female He-Bands is worth it. Because obviously the male ones, there's so many more male characters versus female characters and stuff. See, yes, all these figures that I'm working on will be on the Fan Strikes Back. They're going to be working on designing me my own where you go to the Fan Strikes Back, how you normally click on the Star Wars button, and then that takes you to I think it goes to collectibles, then you go to Star Wars, and that takes you all the cool vintage Star Wars stuff. I'm going to have my own Toy Smuggler button. So you click the Toy Smuggler, you'll be able to go and see everything that I'm putting my hands on and designing will be on the Toy Smuggler page. So that was really cool and awesome for Chris Cron to come up with. I didn't even come up with that. He came up with that, and I thought, yeah, I'll take it. That's a great idea. So, and the cool thing is on the Slave Leia, when you flip them, here, I can show you, because this has got the actual other logo. I can't remember if these have got the logo on the back of them or not here. Let's see here. Yeah, so when you get like on the back of a Slave Leia, you'll see the logo for the Smith Lord Creations, and then you'll see a Toy Smuggler logo right under that as well and stuff. So that, you know, like I said, they great quality figures, great coins. It's just, they're going to be amazing to have, to finally get to be able to have that figure that we never got and stuff like that. So guys, and like I said, me and the Fan Strike Back just want to thank everyone for your support. And like I said, we're really going to get ready to go big this year and going into next year. I mean, I'm looking at this, like I said, creating some new things, and also too with the He-Man stuff, and really the Conan here is really the first test here. He's all about like the Motu expanded universe, what should have been, what could have been, and I've always wondered, guys, you know, the great niche about the vintage Motu stuff, and even really the vintage Star Wars stuff too, is how they mixed and matched body parts, changed some color palettes, and put a different head on it. Boom, you had a whole brand new character. And even if you really looked hard, you knew what body parts to use, but yet the figure just looked so damn cool, you just didn't care. So I've always wondered, is there still a chance to create new and exciting figures in the same aspect, in the same love and the inspiration of the show and stuff like that? So that's something that what I'm going to be looking at doing, is creating new figures with new bios and new artwork in the background, just to really see, can anything new be made with all those classic old stuff. Let's see what we got here. It's got somebody popping in. Yeah. Oh, thank you, man. Like I said, I think it's going to be interesting. I got some ideas. I can't share them right now. I got to work on wave one, get it going, and then I'm actually wave one. We're doing like I said, the Black Star and not Conan says, listen at me, the Thundar and Black Star at the same time, because I'm able to work them together. And the cool thing about the Thundar, by the time we get to wave 2 of Thundar, we're going to be start seeing the bad guys, you know, and no one's ever did bad guys for Thundar. So, and on the Black Star stuff, I'm not taking the old Black Star toys and taking them apart and remaking them. You're getting all new, redesign, relook of Black Star. I'm starting from scratch. And the Thundar are not going to be the Thundars that did get made about, what, 5-6 years ago. Totally different figures. I'm going from scratch on these things. And, you know, like I said, and we're going from starting with the good guys and start rolling into the bad guys. So, I mean, we're not looking back. And I know one thing we're looking at doing is, when we come out with Oogla the Mock, we're actually coming out with two. We're coming out with one of his clan ones. I think I'm using the one with the helmet with the big, huge ram horns. So you get a chance to get 2 different mocks at the same time. So I just, like I said, I'm just make sure you guys get more bang for your buck, if you know what I mean. So like I said, a lot of exciting things coming up here in the future, guys. Just stay tuned on here. And biggest thing, guys, subscribe to the channel. If you got a friend who loves this kind of stuff, send him my way. Tell him to subscribe. Go to Sexton Creations on Facebook. Just share it. Share this video. Tell people what's going on. Go to the Fan Strikes Back by. And guys, we're doing it for you guys. So so if you got any ideas for toy lines somewhere down the line, hey, vote. And like I said, and I'm going to come up very shortly with some ideas of other figures that I'm looking to do, and we may even have a fans vote which one gets to make it. So we'll see which figure makes the across the finish line with your help and everything. So guys, I'm out of here. I got to get back to doing some more sculpting. I got a lot of work to do before I send these things off. Thank you guys for joining me this evening. Y'all have a great weekend. I'm the Toy Smuggler.